Well, it's pretty empty for a day like this. So take a look. Ocean Beach is right behind me here. Earlier, during that tsunami warning, no cars were allowed. Law enforcement had several roads blocked off around this area. And as you can see, there's a few people walking along the beach, even over close to the water there. But yeah, a different story about an hour and a half ago where this was completely empty. Law enforcement and first responders are taking extra precaution. Of course, the neighborhoods and these low-lying areas really close to the water. So what we have been seeing is I've been talking to people out here where our vantage point where I'm standing, I'm over at Sutro Heights Park. A lot of people have been taking pictures of the beach, of the water. A lot of people I spoke with say they were not worried because they do live uphill higher up in the city, and they took it seriously, but since they are in higher land, that they weren't too worried about it. That's a situation here. There are still some road closures around San Francisco just as a precaution. As you can see, cars are now back here close to the beach, but yes, normally this would be crowded with surfers, with people, even on a weekday like this, I'm told. People would just be out and about here, but very empty, and that is the situation out here live at Ocean Beach. Back to you in the studio.
Gayle, how long you've been there, and what has the sense been from people you've been speaking with? Was there any real concern, and did those folks come from lower lying land?
You know, the people I spoke with here lived higher up. They lived on the hill, so they were not too concerned. But earlier, we've been here for about an hour, and there was a crowd earlier where people were just taking a look out here. But most of the people I have been talking with, you know, they say they live uphill, but they are from longtime San Francisco residents, so they do know the hazards that come with living over by the coast. And since they do live uphill, they weren't too worried about this. And as we know with these tsunami warnings, that's what you want to do, is you want to run inland in the highest elevation you could find. But that is what the sense is here. Pretty empty here at the park and the beach. But I think, you know, the main takeaway is that definitely want to take something like this seriously, whether you live uphill or not, because, you know, on a really nice day like this, it was not, you wouldn't, you know, you just never know what could come if we get a big earthquake up north.
All right, Gayle, for our viewers, they know you as a reporter, and just this week you got your meteorologist seal. Interesting timing that you should be having to deal with something like this. Do you study this sort of thing in anticipation of what we need to convey to people?
Yeah, absolutely. Just completed a 3-year program with Mississippi State for a broadcast of meteorology, and that is something that is in our studies, and we study even San Francisco coastal weather, all the natural hazards possible, tsunami. You know, we definitely look into tsunamis as well. And, you know, I have done stories here in the Bay Area. We had a tsunami advisory not too long ago, and we've had a tsunami warning that impacted the Santa Cruz area, and that did cause some damage. I know our chief meteorologist, Lawrence, was talking about that. But, you know, there are risks. There are signs in neighborhoods, coastal neighborhoods around the Bay Area, that there are tsunami warnings here. So people who live, you know, in those areas, just based on past stories, they do know the drill. You know, they do a lot of any weather-related event. You definitely have to have a go bag, whether it's, we're here, you know, earthquakes are not related to the weather, but we are familiar with earthquakes, and people who live by the coast, you know, they know the risk of tsunamis could happen. You know, that hazard has always been there, and of course, you know, we deal with wildfires. So just any weather-related or natural hazards, you have to be prepared.
All right.